21st Century Pedagogy, PLD4. A 21st century pedagogy model has many facets. The main components of 21st century pedagogy are centered around student-centric and student-driven learning, where the students are placed at the center of the pedagogy. The key skills of 21st century pedagogy are communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. In order to be successful at planning student-centric learning programs, you need to know your students and hence the need for an excellent rapport and relationship with your students, culturally responsive relationships, and responsive pedagogy. In traditional pedagogical models of teaching, the teacher is at the center of the pedagogy, and the success of the students is dependent on the teacher's ability to engage and teach the content to the range of learning abilities and learning styles of each student. Now, we all have that favorite teacher from our childhood and teenage memories, the teacher that made a difference. But there weren't enough of them in our traditional model of learning or teaching and learning. Now, with 21st century pedagogy, every teacher can be that teacher because we live in the technological era where we all can be the teacher that made a difference in the life of students that we teach. And that's across all of the students that we teach. Now imagine this. Imagine a learning environment where students come in and already know what their learning plan is for the day, week, month, or term. They have accessed the learning content provided by the teacher in a video or screencast form. They book in a conference with the teacher or in an MLE, teachers, to discuss their current learning progress and receive feedback in either a face-to-face forum or digitally recorded for future access. Imagine whānau accessing that feedback as well. The students work in teams and have roles and responsibilities like a modern day workplace. Imagine a classroom where students are in charge of the learning process and not compliant students who wait for the teacher to lead their learning. Imagine students choosing learning tasks that are relevant to them and what their interests are. Imagine students creating digital outcomes like portfolios of learning in website form to be shared with all of their whānau and friends across the world. Imagine a continued learning process where there are no more barriers to learning because the teaching content has been captured to be accessed at any time and any place. Now, this is a reality for students of today. The platform that I've set up here is an example of how you can access this professional learning and development at any time, any place, at any pace. You now have control of this learning process, and you have control and lead this learning process, but in a professional learning and development forum. This is an example on the SAMR model of R, the very last component of redesigning what teaching and learning can look like. And hence the reason why I set this up in this format. Now here below are some links around 21st century education in video format that link to YouTube. And again, down below, please jump in, add some comments, leave some feedback. We'd love to hear your thoughts and what is going on within your school or your classroom. And there are some further resources here to the bottom left in the resources section around 21st century readings, which you can also just sort of Google and have a look at, and you'll find a lot of different resources to help learn, shift that mindset, and see what we can do better for the future of our students.